Hello. How's it going? How are y'all doing? I feel like it's been months, even though it's only been 4 days. Sketchy. Hello, Ward Stone. How's it going? Finn. Finn, I feel wrecked. You wrecked me. 13 months. Wow. Thank you for the thank you for the friendship this past year and 1 month. Jeez. Really appreciate it. JB, how's it going? Pete's knees. Bado. Pete's knees. I used to call you Pete's knees. I remember this now. Virtue, what is up? Killica freaking beats. Virtue, I'm glad you're doing good. I'm also doing fantastic. What? Sorry, I wasn't listening. Did you give me my due praise? I said thank you for the friendship. Thank you for the year and 1 month of friendship. Because friendship costs $5 a month. $5.99 USD every month. Hadouken, good morning. Good morning, Father. Leth, how are you? About time you cheered up. I was in a good mood last week. I was in a very good mood last week. Yeah, I was in a funk for a month, maybe 6 weeks. For 6 weeks, I was in a massive funk, right? I know this. And it was all because of this little funk right here. I was in a funk because of this little motherfunker. But he's a good dog now, and I like him. He's a good dog. We're getting used to each other. It's been a while since I called in. Yeah.
Well, Pete's knees. Welcome to the show. What's your question?
I'm addicted to LaCroix now. That is so 2008. It's the most 2008 thing you've ever said. Actually, no, 2010. 2010. Wardson, so you listened to us when we said stop. Good. Stop what? Being in a bad mood? Quick, ask him a question. Nope, YouTubers drink it. F you. uh, did everyone have a good weekend? I had a pretty good weekend. The reason why I was so busy last week, Thursday, I went to a concert. I went to see one of my all-time, well, top five favorite bands, maybe like top two, maybe top two favorite bands ever. And I've never seen them live before. I saw Beck. I freaking love Beck. I got into Beck in high school. Uh, and Beck has been like the band that I can never get sick of. The music's always evolving over time. Uh, it's always super creative, and he's got new music like every couple of years, so it keeps it fresh. Beck is like no joke, and the show was good. The show was a little raw, um, but it was good. And then Friday, I just had so many chores because I was going away for 1 day over the weekend, and we just did like a 1 night trip to Nagano. Stayed at a ryokan, traditional Japanese inn. It was really nice. I had no internet Saturday. That was annoying. Otherwise, it was nice. No internet Saturday. Did you figure out how to? Did you figure out how to keep yourself occupied without internet? I feel like that's a very important skill in life. I feel like nowadays it is a skill. Like to know what to do with yourself without internet. It takes. You have to like work on that. All of our hobbies nowadays require internet. Did some drawing and read some books. Nice. That sounds like a good Saturday. Speak for yourself. I do speak for myself. It just sounds like I'm speaking for everyone because I'm on your computer screen right now. Sorrow, what's up? You said our. Yeah, like me and my dog and my wife. I find that offensive. Well, you find a lot offensive. Been spreadsheeting for the last 2 days straight. Time to relax and watch some Booyah. Wordstone. What are you spreadsheeting? Also, is that a euphemism for something? Wordstone, your times and accuracy in Akari are legitimately depressing me now. No matter how good I think I did, I know you will have done it better in half the time. And it's like, ah, ah. No, but yeah, you're like a savant at that now. It's crazy. I've never been dismissed so thoroughly. Have you been talking to You're gonna be okay, Finn. You're gonna be okay. I hard. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? How was your weekend? I hope it wasn't a struggle. My times are starting to slip. My skills are falling off. No. I think you're just getting casual with it. I think maybe you're trying to be even faster and that's just tripping you up because that's what's happening to me lately. I've been working on my time and trying to become more confident in my decisions quicker instead of like quadruple checking, and that's why I keep messing up lately. It's a bother. If it's just under my monitor, just within reach now. Wait, I traded up. I traded up to a new MIDI controller. I'll be great. There we go. Yes, shout out to iHeart. iHeart, how are you? How's Chicken Chasers going? I saw you're adding multiplayer. That's crazy. Crazy. I canceled Chicken Traders. What do you mean? It's dead? What do you mean it's dead? Did you like? Is it out there? Is it at least released in some way? Pre-program a bunch of rules in your brain helps a ton. I just always find like exceptions to the rules. So anytime I find a rule, there's like I don't know. I'm never confident in it. There's a few that I'm confident in, but not all of them. It's funny. I did get tripped up by the Sunday because I found a rule. Like I found a place where the rule applied, but the board was so big. I like forgot to look at the opposite side of the board to make sure that the rule was still accounted for, and there was like an empty space down there that could have been a possibility. And I'm like, ah, man, I just I didn't tilt my neck or move my eyeballs to look. Fanny Slam. Hoy. Multiplayer Alpine Lake when? Don't need to go full network, just local. Never. I don't think I can. I mean, I can. It's just so hard. Fanny, thank you for the hydrate. I'm working on something new. Started streaming the prototype this weekend. I hope you at least package it up into a nice little package and just put it out there and it's out there. I hope it's not in a state where there's where it's just now on your hard drive instead of available for people. I mean, I know I played it. Was that the public demo? Are you just not going to? The playtest is still available. Is there any way you can just release it as a free game? Or like a 99-cent game before? Because you seemed so close. You're so close. You just got to finish it. It's so close. I wish I was that close to finishing something. Literally ADHD game dev. You mean me? Or you? Or everyone here? Literally everybody in game dev category? We're all a little ADHD, aren't we? Spreadsheeting was for making the card game. Ah, now input the SCV CSV into the project. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I've got some spreadsheets going lately. I gotta work on them. I actually need your help. I need everybody's opinions on something. Um, I'll explain it once everyone kind of settles in. Everyone just settle in, settle in. It's very much for the best, and I feel an immense weight off my shoulders. Making a game I am passionate about now. Cozy management. Okay, so you were just making that. You didn't feel confident in it. I mean, it was still almost done. Puck Zero. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How are you? You can. You just don't want to. Just give me access to your entire code base. I'll work on local controller replication for you. No, you have Poacher to make. You have a video game to make already. Guess I'll have to scrub through the VOD. Thanks for having it on. Wait, what? Did I miss something? Did I miss something, Hadouken? Are you talking to iHeart? Honey! Honey, how's it going? Follow your heart and be happy. Sure, fine. Be happy. Follow your heart. We don't even need full multiplayer, just enough to connect to Finn's PC. Fine, I'll do that. Finn only multiplayer. Like, it's not, you can't play locally or over the internet with anyone else. You can only play with Finn. And Finn has to play with literally everyone. Gucci, how's it going? What are those faces? Is that, it looks like Sneeko. It's Sneeko. Oh, it's flipped. I was about to say it looks like Sneeko and Ward, but obviously those are the same exact eyes. Release. That wouldn't be very India of you. True. We gotta fix that stigma. Or the stereotype, the whatever. The perception that indie games never finish. We gotta fix that. We gotta finish our games. My plan is to let Chicken Chasers sit for a while and take some time off. I'll probably put a bow on it and release it for free. It was only 30% done, maybe less. Many levels were needed, and I didn't have a clue how to make them. Yeah. I guess like, I don't know. From what I played was like interesting. I feel like you can put a bow on that, but do it at your own pace. I've already collected 10k points. It's finally time to say hello, Puck. Hello, welcome in. And what are you gonna do with those points? What will you have me do? Mr. Evil Rex, good morning. I'm good. Everyone's gonna hate it anyway. Chill. Finn, chill. 45 stream streak. Ani. Speaking of being wholesome, now I've got nothing. I just stole this watch streak from some nerd who likes your stuff. Ani, you're the nerd. Thank you for the streak. That's a big one. That bug in Twitch seems to still be there. When using a smiley emoji, a reply becomes a normal chat message. Ah, weird. New puppy pick. Well, that's a good first use. I want to finish my game, but it's hard. It is hard. DW AAA games are also... That's true. That's true. I just took a couple of new photos of the dog. Where are you going to open? Damn it. Well, that's actually fine. That was the Beck concert. So this is a picture of... This is a picture of Moo with his new best friend. Wow. That best friend timing? That was crazy. So I see this dog in the park probably almost every morning now. And she is Moo's absolute best friend. They play, they run. They have such a good time together. It's been nice. Wardstone, thank you for the giant emote. Virtue, what do you need to work on? I need to work on... oh, you're responding to Fanny. Yeah, Fanny, what do you need to work on? What do you need help with? If you need help. Twins, yeah, they're twins. Let me see if I know another one. That's a great photo. Ugh, live photos are the best thing Apple's ever done. This is a good one. This is a good one. Best friends for life. All right. I'll start with that. Yeah, that was a good one. Winsing, how's it going? Happy time zone. Good day to you. The Twitch extension networking is the hardest part. That sounds painful. I was considering putting some Twitch integration into the game. That's like a wish list thing. Like, I worked on all those like procedural guests a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month, 2 months ago now. I worked on procedural guests, and their names are totally arbitrary. So I was thinking maybe a little toggle such that your chatters show up as the procedural guests. But that could be cool. Seems pretty easy, but I don't know. Maybe not. All right. Well, we're all caught up. Everyone's all settled in. Oh, everyone's doing okay in some way. Maybe not. Hope you are though. Uh, I have questions. I have things I've been racking my brain over for a little bit. Like because of all this like new biome stuff, the way the animals show up, the way the flowers show up, how you get the flowers, how you get the seeds, how you plant the seeds, how you harvest the flower from your own property. Like all of this has been making me think about how do all these things spawn in the forest. And I'm a little stuck. I'm a little stuck right now on how the things should spawn in the forest. And I'll anything for the hydrate. A better system to connect with Twitch because my current one isn't cutting it. Is it not just like ping a website with a key? With some kind of code with some kind of like encrypted code or whatever? I don't know how it works. I just see your Akari time. You beat me by almost a minute. That's not true. What happened today? Oh, I did beat you today. Well, that's a Monday. That's a Monday. Doesn't count. It was a good one though. I liked today's. So how do these things spawn in the forest? Currently what I do is I have a grid of spots, right? I have a grid of spots, and there's initial clutter. Like I initially spawn, first time you enter the zone, I initially spawn some clutter, some trees, some rocks, some whatever. Every day that passes, those trees spread seeds around them. The rocks spread more rocks around them. The branches, trees can drop branches, and piles of branches can show up. All this stuff happens, so like everything kind of spreads from that initial clutter. If there's no, if there's like, um, if there's something that is required to spawn, it has one chance to do it. Like let's say all the conditions are met for crows to spawn. Um, One crow may spawn, and there's a chance of that happening. So what that means also on the flip side is that random, like because it's all like random chance, the whole season can go by, and there's like a really small chance, but it's a chance that that never spawns, like literally never spawns. So obviously, just a flat number is not right. And if there's no empty spaces, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. I don't have a solution for if there are no empty spaces on the grid. Like, I can't just like take a rock. Right now, the system doesn't have a way to take a rock away and put a crow there, you know? So the way my biome works is like not good. I need to figure out a better way. Oh my god, Yag! Yag, welcome in. Good morning. How was the stream today? We have arrived. You have. Welcome in. Big shout out to Yag. Uh, how was the stream today? What'd you get up to? How was Monday motivation? As is tradition. That gamer, welcome in. Today I was in the middle of posing a thought, like a concept question on like what is the best system for stuff to randomly spawn in a forest? Stuff like forageables, animals that you capture, but you photograph them, you don't really capture them. Trees, bushes, weeds, branches, rocks, like all this stuff has to spawn in the forest. Some of it's very important that it's there when the player expects it to be there. Some of it's up to chance, but I feel like it's not a good idea to do that because the things have to spawn at least once. So I'm like struggling with this idea of like how to make things spawn. And I'm gonna obviously look at Stardew Valley on how they do it because it's very clean, works great. But I don't have a lot of the same foraging mechanics that they have, like just the way the game loop works. Scott ZXC, welcome in. Yag brilliance rate, I like that. Stream was great as usual. Thank you. Did a little sing song at the end, which was nice. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good here. I had a very nice weekend. I took a couple days off from stream last week, and I was just able to like get stuff done around the house. And I went to a concert the other night, which was really fun. So this is my first day back for a little bit. I'm always rusty when I take a little break. Body Burger, welcome in. Oh man, iHeart, you got more dumpers. You got more dumpers. Collecting those dumpers. Make a full-blown proc gen roguelike. No, that's what I'm trying to avoid. Flippo. Obsidian is so nice. Yes, I love Obsidian. I love it. I use it for all my notes. Are the spawning objects going to be season-based too? Yeah, I had a lot of fun at the concert. It was a Beck concert. I've never seen Beck live. He's one of my favorite musicians ever, and I'm really glad I got to see him. He hasn't done a lot of tours lately, and especially like in Tokyo. You know, I wouldn't even have expected him to come here, but he sold out a 3,500 seat theater, which was pretty good. But yeah, I'll go over to like how the forest works again. Right now, it's frankly a house of cards. He won't even let me get a hold of his code base to implement network replication. Hi, always rusty. I'm dad. Hi, dad. I moved to Notion from Obsidian just recently. Notion is really good, but I think that Notion is only I think Notion's only really. I think Notion only shines when you're part of a bigger team than one. I think if you like project management a lot, then Notion could be good for just a single person. I do. What is fun? It's ironic because I love project management, sort of, but I wouldn't want to do that for just myself. I'm good with like a few. I'm good with like obsidian and some Miro. I use Miro also, which is I think obsidian can do everything Miro does. I use them for different things. I don't know why. I use both. Obsidian is mostly my brain dump. Yeah, I don't task manage myself. Like, first of all, Raiders. See here we see. This is why I'm rusty. I didn't even introduce myself. Welcome in, Raiders. If you don't know who I am, my name is Andrew. I'm working on a cozy life sim game called Alpine Lake. Um, it's a life sim Innkeeper-Sim. Also, Yag. Where are my manners? If you have anything you'd like to share, please share it. Uh, any kind of social media posts, any kind of new YouTube videos you're working on, or tutorials, or any kind of I don't know, anything. A poem. Would you like to share your poetry? You can share that too. And thank you again for the raid. But yeah, so what I'm working on today is how the forest works. And let me just boot up the game. Let me just boot up the game. It'll show you a little how the game looks and what the forest is, quote unquote. Yeah, that's too nice. I'm very mediocre. I'm incredibly mediocre. You did introduce yourself. You said I'm rusty, hence the I'm rusty. You got me. All right, so here's the first biome that has this procedural spawning system, right? So this is what's called the Alpine Meadow. Right now, the only thing that starts is a few trees, a few rocks, a few logs, whatever. It's very sparse. And as I progress, every time I click this button, it's a day that's passing. So when you come back the next day, it'll look like one press of this button. So I'm going to click, and nothing really happened. If I click again, okay, here a bug showed up. If I keep clicking, you can see now the trees start to grow, and they spread, and the rocks will spread a little bit. The weeds will spread a little bit. Everything kind of just like grows and spreads and grows and spreads, and then it reaches this moment where it's packed and nothing can grow anymore. Because here we have a butterfly that spawned. Here's another beetle. What else we got? We got a couple of mushrooms over here. See, it just doesn't seem like enough. I don't think my system is good. Like 2 mushrooms showed up, and I clicked the button like 40 times. That's not good. I guess technically I do have a system in place that's like there's a max number of items that can be in the zone, and if so, maybe there's a 3rd mushroom somewhere, and I have a max of 3 mushrooms. Maybe. The rocks are spreading. They are reproducing. Yeah, they are. Also, Scully Redhawk, how's it going? Oh my god, I can't believe I saw your message earlier. Did I just straight up ignore it? Scully, how are you? I did. It was 1 second before the raid. Sorry, Scully. It's okay. I'm here to keep your ego in check until dinner's ready. Until dinner's ready. In stream today, we all realize we're failures, so mediocre is fine with us. Mediocre is the new fantastic. Val! Val, how's it going? As a Dutchie, the bicycle already sold me on the game. Nice. Nice, yeah. Did it matter that it was red? Wait, where'd it go? I just lost my bicycle. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. So as you can see, like my biome system is not great. I think there's too many trees. So maybe I need a max number of trees. Maybe that's the problem. Okay, here's some notes I'm going to give myself on the biomes. Do I have a biome section? Biome progression. Decorations such as barricades. Okay. Create max number of debris. Trees, rocks, weeds, etc. So that I think if I do that, that'll help the forest from overgrowing. And it can pretty much guarantee there'll always be free spots. So right there, right then and there, it's done. Meowletary, how's it going? It's growing way too fast. This game is dumb. Thanks. Thanks. Pepper stuffed with venison. I didn't realize how late it is, so I think we're eating late. Finn, that sounds good. Did you kill the deer yourself with a bow and arrow? Like you said you were going to? You can take your same system, just limit the number of reproductions and categorize things as source versus secondary. There you go, Sarah. We came to the same conclusion almost. For example, maybe branches fall from a tree for sure. Every tree that spawns just gets a number from 0 to 4 of how many branches it can drop and has an X% every day. So what I do have is there's a percentage of how many things can spawn around a tree. So if a tree, I think a tree can only have 50% of its surrounding area filled up. So it can drop branches, but once its area is 50% full, it'll just stop doing everything. It'll just hold up and be like, nah, I can't do anything. Rocks can just come from hill structures and drop off the hop. What? English? Fizz Buzz, how's it going? Whose emote is that? It's cute. Choco Jacks, never heard of him. Can you connect your database somehow, or do you keep it completely separate? A lot of my classmates use Notion, so I saw easy Apple-like functionality, free shared notes, etc. So I moved in as Obsidian's basic functions started to fail for some reason. Oh. One of my issues with Notion is I did a game jam and we used Notion to do like task management, and it was great. And then I used up all my free Notion credits or whatever, and that was that. I just couldn't use it anymore. We know what's up. No worries. Thank you, Scully. Thank you for being so forgiving. And yes, shout out to Fizzbuzz. Fizzbuzz, how are you? What are you working on lately? It's okay. I got a free copy of Reason, so I'm trying to get my hardware to work with it. I've heard of Reason. I don't know what it is, though. By my calculations, he'll catch you in about 3 minutes. Oh, man. I'm always so far behind in chat lately. It's because someone will say something, and I want to, like, dive into that one comment, and then gone. Everything's just gone. Also, did I miss something other than the hello? No, I didn't. Foul. Hello. Hello again. I'm not sure I ever said that. Said what? I know you can turn Notion pages into markdown files using a tool made for Obsidian, but I do not think it works the other way around. I mostly use Notion to keep track of what I do in a day and manage my projects. Yeah, that's what it seems best for, is like tasking stuff and figuring out how many tasks you have. If you want it in like something more complex than a checkbox. If you want it more complex as a checkbox, then yeah. I believe you may have been watching Man vs. Wild and confused my rugged, handsome... Oh, the killing the deer with the bow and arrow. Bear Grylls. Shout out to Foul. I missed it. Now shout out to Exo. Exo, how's it going? You get so many pet emotes. Well, if you wanted a more realistic generation, rocks just do... Oh, that's okay. I don't want realistic. I just want something that works and is bulletproof. It's hard not to have 5-minute talk about a single thing said. Yeah, it is hard. Try to look for a tool that like that going into Notion. I have the same problem. Yeah, it's some people are better at it, some people aren't. Yeah, you shoot deer with a bow and arrow. That's fine. That's fine. Everyone's got their kinks. I like keeping things simple in Obsidian. Helps with that. Notion makes it too much fun to make elaborate systems, making me just working on systems for manage. Yes, I will agree with that. I sometimes I just want a list of checkboxes. I just want a list of checkboxes, and that's that. I have a lot of random information on my website because it's just my Obsidian notes as a website. I just finished development for my game today. Yo, EXO, congrats. I can set a release date soon. That's awesome. Big congratulations to you. Seriously. That's huge. What was the final thing you did that made you realize I'm done? Like what was the last task? Every few minutes, simulate a seismic fault in the relevant tectonic plates and spawn a few rocks in the affected grid square. Remember, if you're not shouted out, that means Finn doesn't like you. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. Yeah, it is. Science streams. Everyone, big shout out to Science streams. Big, 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 big shout out. Get wrecked, Wardstone. Poor Wardstone. Please give Wardstone a shout out, Finn. I just had a list of things and reached the end. I think the last thing I did was add a decal describing the diegetic limitations of the poltergeist system. Those were very difficult words. I can't believe you made me say them and try and read them. Shame on you. Went on a piece of paper in the activity room. That's great. Don't know what you mean. I get to be right. That's true. That's a good perspective, Wardstone. But yeah, everyone, go check out Exo Drifter's game, which is apparently finished. And we're just awaiting release now. And also follow Exo Drifter. Indubitably. You're most certainly welcome. Stop it. Indubitably. so, as you can see, I have too many trees and not enough other stuff. So, what's going on here? Why? What if I go to pine trees? All right, I'm going to go to pine trees. Biome entity. Let's stop this. Biome entity seed pine tree. So when I say max in zone 20, I really mean 5. So here's the problem. Here's one of the problems, at least. A seedling, an infant, a young, and a prime pine tree are all different things. So it doesn't, like, I guess I need to look for the amount of total trees and not the type of tree that's available. Ah, crap. Maybe I need to group these all together as like a tag. Maybe I need a max number of trees in the zone. No, because if I have 2 different kinds of trees in the zone, I want them both to hit their max. So maybe I need 1 tag per kind of tree. All right, I'm going to give it 1 tag per kind of tree. I've been going crazy with this tagging system. I'm just whatever. Pine equals 201. Tree pine. Tree maple. Is it maple? Do I have maple trees in the game? I don't even remember. Tree, oak. Yeah, I do. Tree, birch. Tree. Oh, what are my fir? Wait, fir or fir? I think it's IR. Okay. Those are the kinds of trees I have currently. I don't you know what? Actually, I don't like that because that means every time I make a new tree, I gotta come in here and make a new tag. I don't want to do that. So maybe biome objects can have groups. And if they're all part of the same group. So like a biome entity can have a parent biome object. Oh, that's actually a great idea. Okay. So maybe an entity can have a biome entity parent entity. So if I need so these are all going to have the same type because they're all have the same parent entity. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Gotta go work on our game project. It was nice to meet you through the raid. Body Burger, enjoy your work on your project. Thanks for stopping by. 20 equals 5. Got it. Yes. I don't know why, but yes. I'm sure something just happened. Oh, I changed the number of max trees from 20 to 5. That's exactly what happened. As of with pertaining to in the event of prior exchanges regarding present proceedings, the sole persisting certainly is unassailably. Yes. You got me with that last one. Unassailable. What is that? Unassailably? What the hell does that mean? Listen, English isn't my first language. I don't have a first language. Every language I learn is English as a second language. Maybe I should make a magic 8-ball that spits out sentences like that. Please don't. Assail is like assault. That's. I knew that. I think I knew that. All right, it's going to go up top. So if I go to biome entity pine, I can give these all a parent. And I'm going to give the parent the same. Ooh, can that be? Parent entity equals itself. That's normal, right? You could do that, right? Things can equal itself. Confused. I'll just make the seed. I'll make the seed the parent. Does that make sense? Not really, but whatever. Or I'll make the prime. I'll make the prime the parent. The full grown tree is the parent. So I don't have to make a new one. Excuse you. I explicitly wanted you to be prime pine. There we go. Okay. So now I just got to do the rest of the trees the same way. So tree, birch, biome entity. Tree, oak. Tree, maple. Turgus. Turgus, how's it going? That's great. And then fur. Wait, fur with an I or fur? Yeah, fur with an I. Why can't I remember that? None, neither. It never looks right. Shout out to Wardstone Studio. I guess Finn likes you. What does that say about me? I'm not giving anybody shout outs. It's all Finn. Get wrecked. Finn, you got energy today. You got wrecked energy today. Wrecking energy. Ooh, I got an important email I need to read. Oh, okay. Okay. I read the email. Very important. What did I do? Nothing. You just did you just were yourself. I got hungry energy. Don't worry, you'll eat your dead deer soon. Turgis, you love putting the slappy boy tail on giant faces, and I totally approve. If I was in the wilds with my good friend Bear Grylls, we'd be hunting like champs. Nah, you'd scare everyone away because right before you release the arrow, you'd scream, "Get wrecked!" And the deer would run away before the arrow got even close. I know this for a fact. Hype heart. Yeah, that looks like the deer's heart that Finn murdered today. Was the important email about TPS reports? No, it was about dog hotels. It's not a challenge unless they're running. Damn. All right, for was that all of them? What other trees do I got? Tree. Oh, the redwood. I have a redwood elder tree, but I don't have other kinds of redwood, so it's fine. So birch, fir, maple, oak, pine. That's all of them. So now that each one has a parent, what I can do is in the can spawn script. Fanny, thank you for the hydrate. Bear wouldn't be interested in eating fresh game. He would want to find something partly rotten and make a feast of it. That sounds horrible. So this can spawn. I max in zone. So same count. What is same count? If the biome entity equals this, or if the pair.value.biome entity dot parent entity equals this dot parent entity. So one or the other. If they have the same parent entity, then I'm gonna count it as the same. If it is the same entity, I'll count it as the same. It was simple. It was as simple as that. Now I should see only like 5 trees spawn max. And that'll be nice. That'll be nice. I'm not gonna read that, Finn. Don't make me say that. Bear sounds unwell, yeah. He would use that for campfire. He would use that to. He would use that as like a water can. He would use it to like store water. He would tie it off at the end and fill it with water. I feel like he's done that. I feel like that's a thing. Be a particularly bad fluid store. You just need to tie it off. And then it's like a tube. This is terrible conversation. Please stop. So if this equals null, oh, if else if pair dot value dot biome entity does not equal null, then if this same count plus plus, because if it's null, then I don't care. Finn, chill. Blint. Blint, don't lick salamanders. You don't know where they've been. The Dune series might disagree with you. There you go. Is that where I saw that fact? Also, I should also say, so the new people here that came in with Yag or anyone else discovering the stream for the first time, first of all, welcome in. Second of all, if you could wishlist Alpine Lake, that would be nice. Also, massive shout out to Irish John Games. Massive shout out to Irish John Games. Did you know that Irish John Games was the second Twitch streamer I've ever seen? And he was one of the inspirations for me to start streaming. So please follow Irish John. Belint, I've missed so many of your streams now because I was away all weekend. I'm so sad. My poor streak of 5. We gave Science Streams a shout out earlier. Please also give Science Streams a follow. It's one of the nicest people on Twitch that is also super fun to hang out with and educational and just stand up guy. And it's not just Belint. He's part of a team of science educators. His wife, his 2 babies, they're all part of it. They're all part of the stream. It's a big old family operation. It's fantastic. There's nothing like it on Twitch. Maybe there's a few. I don't know. There's nothing like it as far as I'm concerned. All right, so I already have 5 trees. There's like 20 trees already. So this is nothing's gonna happen. They're just gonna grow up. The trees are just gonna grow up, and then that's that. Except for the oak trees. The oak trees are spreading. Why are the oak trees spreading? It looks like they spread to 20, and they're done. I must have not fixed. I must have not made 20 their max. I mean, yeah. Okay, so it's still 20. That means if I go to pine trees, if I just go to pine tree, right? Biome entity pine. If I just make this 30 and I say progress meadow now. Look at that. So new tree spawned. New trees are spawning. New trees are spawning. New trees are spawning. One tree spawned. And maybe we're at 30 now. I don't know. If I go to pine tree and I go down, I don't know which scene is which. Oh, crap. Maybe down here. I'll know. If I open up the hike loop. Are there 30? I don't know. I'm just going to assume it works because it looked like it did. Right? Didn't it look like it worked? And it looked like 30 was a good number. So if I say... Also, I think I made their grow radius too wide. Like, I think they should... I want to pack them in a little more. Turgus did something naughty yesterday. Also, Kilika, 45 stream streak. 45. You had a big one before. You already got it back to a pretty big number. Damn. Who was the first? Morgpie. No, it was Zachavelli. Morgpie was your first. We all know this, Ben. Don't worry, tomorrow is a good one. All right, I'll be there tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow? Now I'm all interested. Yesterday. Yeah, what did Turgus do? He clipped BitGamey saying poo poo live, but deleted it. Turgus clipped the VOD, and now it's Bits most viewed clip ever. Wait. What do you mean he deleted it? I totally read naughty in ferret accent. What's a ferret accent? Oh, Balint's ferret character. I can't do that accent. Bit deleted it. Bit deleted it post stream because he hated it. So Turgus redid it offline. Oh my god. That's pretty naughty. Code and Gree, how's it going? Agathor, how's it going? Good morning. Got the whole science crew here. Also, yeah, shout out to Arya. If anyone is interested in game dev and CG education, check out Arya. Still trying, baby's up. You'll get your sleep soon. You'll get your sleep one day. Also, what are all these? Print spot map. I must have accidentally clicked that button. I didn't mean to. All right. So what did I just do that I want to change? I want to shrink the pine tree grow radius. So this grow blocker is set to 5. So I'm going to knock it back down to 3. Grow blocker. This is 3. And then this. I'm going to hide this one. Grow seed tree. These are all the trees. Save. Yes, yes, yes. Grow blocker. 3. 3. None. Okay, that's good. Fir tree. Grow blocker. Whoa. Oh, whoops. 3. 3. None. That's correct. Agathor. Wife would kill me. She wants a baba. Yeah, if your wife wants a baba, don't get a vasectomy. Those are opposing ideals. I think Balint can confirm that. Oh my god, Balint, what is that? I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. And it just keeps looping, and I still hate it every time. If I delete your message because of spicy emotes, I'm never going to hear the end of it. Not once will I hear the end of it. So I'm going to let that sit there and just ignore it the best I can. What if I... Wardstone, of course you can. It's your body. You can do what you want. I learned so much Python this year that I was confident that my new project would pass all unit tests. Ha! No, it failed so many tests. Uh, Wait, it's so many failed tests when unit testing. So did that sentence in my brain. That's not even spicy. It's all in your interpretation. Listen, we all have the same interpretation, and I know it. I know this for facts. I'm going to go and focus on work now. Have a great week, everyone. Yag, thank you so much for the raid. Have a wonderful week yourself. See, the emotes scared everyone away. It scared Yag away. My brain broke. I can't even sentence properly. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Arya. Arya, how are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in, Raiders. I can't technically give you a shout out because you just got one like 2 minutes ago. But everyone, we're gonna dance to this real quick. Okay. Everyone, make sure to give Arya a follow. How was your stream today? What'd you get up to? Ameripon. I'm always down for spicy emotes. Yeah, you are. I know you are. How was the stream today? Welcome in, Raiders. Playing some Dinkum. Nice. Raiders, welcome in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Andrew. I'm working on a life sim, Innkeeper-Sim called Alpine Lake. Today, I'm working on the technicalities of how my forests spread and grow and how things spawn in them. I'm working on so right now this is the meadow area, and every time I click this button, a day has passed. And if I keep clicking this button, you can see the trees grow and spread. And so it looks like right now I hit the max number of trees. They're not spreading or growing anymore. And I like this better. They're all like bunched up instead of like spread out evenly. I think I like the bunched up nature of them. Maybe this system ain't so bad. And it looks like I've reached some kind of maximum amount of rocks too. Like if I break these rocks, so I'll just say rock, 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 weed. If I hide it, boom. And then I progress the meadow a little bit more. A weed just showed up, rocks. Okay, so it looks like I have a max for everything. Okay, okay. This can work. This can work. I was just worried that like the scene would fill up and I wouldn't be able to spawn anything. But I think I have too many spaces for it to fill up. Like I'm just never gonna have that issue. So I think all this all this talk about like not having space, it's a non-issue. But the other issue is that the random number generator, like the randomness that things spawn, that's not good. Because right now, okay, so how many beetles can be in this? About to raid and run, go fold some laundry and try to crawl into bed before 2 a.m. Oh my god, is it really that late for you every time you come in here? Damn. Yeah, go get some sleep. Fomenting a healthy rivalry between you and the rest? What? 1K twinsies? For real? Finn, you just hit 1K, didn't you? Or else you wouldn't be saying that. Everyone, shout out to Finn. He just hit 1K followers. It's a nice round number, so I wouldn't follow, like, don't follow him. Don't ruin that number for him. But just, like, congratulate him and say, good job, Finn. Good job hitting that 1K number. I mean, I guess if you want to follow him as, like, a troll move, you could do that. Also, Belint, thank you for, I don't even know what I'm looking at. What is that? Is it just a piece of raw chicken? I mean, yeah, it just looks like lungs. Science being naughty again. Science is so naughty in here. So naughty. what he'll do is on his stream, it's super wholesome, family friendly time. And then he like admonishes me for saying I ban spicy emotes. And then he spams stuff like this. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Let's snooze these ads for a sec. Playing Dinkum, keep up? I can't. I can't keep up. Just use AI. It totally doesn't give a crap. Wait, totally doesn't give crap code. Oh, yeah, yeah. Terrible, terrible. No AI, no AI. You can be eternalized as the ultimate troll to forever ruin the round number. Yes, do it. Someone ruin his round number. Actually, we can't even tell. Can't tell because on his channel page it just says 1K. Also, on his channel page, it was blasting myself back in my face, so that's embarrassing. Give me a sword and I will show you. / ban science streams. Yeah, I need someone to take care of just science streams. I need someone just to moderate science streams. He needs an outlet other than mod threads. We just can't satisfy him. Oh my god, I love that Balint emote. I wonder how much more Smikes dislikes me for all the MIL jokes. What's an MIL joke? God. So help me God, I will protect Balint with my life here. Oh, mother-in-law. All right, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the way this works. I guess the thing is, I need a way to diagnose whether or not I'll hit some kind of issue. So maybe I need a printout that says like, here's how many free spaces I have. Here's all the biome entities in this zone, and here's the total max when I add them all together. And is there a conflict there? So maybe I'll do that real quick. I'll just give myself a little diagnostic print. And to do that, biome area, I'll just put it in this on GUI area. So GUI dot label. I'll say new rect GUI offset x 100? No, 120, 240. And then what I want to put here is total spaces. And then total potential biome entities. And the total spaces is spots.count. It's very easy. Spots.count. And the total number of biome entities is biome dot entities, or get spawnable entities. No, entities for each biome entity in entities, entity dot max in zone. int count or max count. Max count plus or plus equals max in zone. Max count. All right. So now I'll know like if I'm going to hit an issue, which I don't think I ever will. But I actually want it to be like overwhelmingly not an issue. I don't want it to just be like, oh, okay, if everything spawns to the max, everything fits. That's too tight. I think I need to make sure there's like 60% free spaces at all times. Easy. Add a void. Chat will ban itself. Killica. Yeah, they will. If there's one thing that Killica Beats has proven, it's that if you give a button to time out yourself for fun, chat will press that button. And we're in ads. Oh, I can relax now. Nobody hears me in ads. Excuse me. JB, thank you for dehydrate. JB, you can hear me. I would hella push that button. I mean, what Killica did was Killica added the button and made like a fun sound effect and an overlay pop up and like a few minute timeout. And yeah, people went nuts. Why does it say there's 2 ad breaks in progress? That's weird. Stream Elements is confused. I'm confused. OBS is confused. Okay. So total space is 1,300. Potential biome entities 428. There's only 428 possible. So yeah, I'm totally safe. I'm getting a lot of null refs right now. Why am I getting so many null refs? Oh, because if spots equals null. Return. All right. So if I click this button this many times, this is a fully grown zone. By now, this is a fully grown zone. Right? There should be biome meadow. So we got logs, weeds, rocks, mushrooms, green butterflies, pet searchables, beetles, crows, herbs, and fireflies. If I click on any of these, right, animal, butterfly, green, there's 2. There should be 2 in this scene. I clicked that button so many times. There should definitely be 2 in this scene. So butterfly, green, there's only 1. Why is there only 1 and why is it hidden? Why is it hidden? There's a time event listener that sets it false if we're between the hours of 7 and 24. So, or 7 and 12, which we're nowhere near that. So why would it be hidden? If I say outside time. Oh, this is for the quest item. That's right. Okay. That's completely normal. That actually should be hidden. So why is there no other butterfly? Progress. What if I say butterfly? What if I say beetle? There's no beetles. What if oh, I must be at like max capacity of the entire zone. Which that can't be because the zone was getting way more filled before. So here's the issue. I'm like hitting like this weird max capacity. And I don't understand. Ghibli, how's it going? Finally escaped the trio of big tobacco ads. Oh, that's horrible. Don't forget, Booyah punched my baby. Smikes wasn't impressed. That's true. I did punch Blunt's baby. That will not stand. Is he ever impressed? I had to check he wasn't in chat. Oh, dang. No, I've never seen Smikes here. You should increase move speed until something breaks. Military. If I actually, when I fast forward the game to 7 times the speed, things do break. So I already know there's a hard cap somewhere. It's because the NPCs can't walk correctly if the speed's too high. Increase biome entities to max out all available memory. What can go wrong? The memory could be maxed out. GDI, I used to have the max emotes. I don't know what max is. A streaming friend I know has a gotcha style redeem. Like a 98% chance to get timed out, and it's great. JB, how are you? That's a very high chance of getting timed out, but it must be pretty exciting when someone gets through. Not to be confused with Groan Zone. What is Groan Zone? Every 10k hours watched, you can pull a random ancient proverb to help you on your journey to cultivate immortality. What is that? What is that? I've been cooking and half paying attention to my chat log. Probably looks like I've been replaced by a deranged AI. A little bit. Did you just tell your AI to subtly say that every once in a while? HT Cage, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. How's it going? How was your stream today? What'd you get up to? Everyone shout out to HT Cage. Welcome in, Raiders. If you don't know who I am, my name is Andrew. I am working on a cozy life sim game called Alpine Lake. ChatGPT, how do I make Booyah like me? First of all, don't ask ChatGPT that. Actually, that'd be really weird if ChatGPT did know that. Howdy to you. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm working on this cozy life sim Innkeeper-Sim today, or every day. That's what I do here. Today, I'm working on how my forests grow and spread and spawn forageables and all that kind of stuff. So here's one of my forest zones, and I'm clicking this button which like progresses the forests by a day of growth. And when I click it about 50 times, it seems to like max out and doesn't do anything more. And my problem is that all of like the extra stuff that's supposed to spawn, like the animals and the insects and the forageables, like they're not always here, and I don't understand why. So now if I search like beetle, there's no beetles. If I search pet, there's one pet searchable thing. If I search crow, no crows. I don't understand why these things aren't showing up. Mushroom. There is one mushroom somewhere. There's one mushroom somewhere. I mean, where is it? Okay, it's over there in the corner. This isn't enough. It's not enough stuff. and it's not easily findable. Like, look at that. It was so hard to find. And this is like the max it could be. I keep hitting this button. It's not like more stuff is growing. So I need to figure out a good way to spawn this stuff so that it doesn't like max out the zone. Everything is there that you expect to be there, and there's a good chance that it shows up, at least eventually. So that's what I'm working on today. All right. Cage, if you have anything you'd like to share from your stream or anything you do or work on, please feel free to drop links in chat. I'm going to click on your name here and give you a follow. Looks like you're at 998. My follow will make you at 999. People, one more follow. You can be HT Cage's 1000th follower. That's 3 people hitting 1,000 followers today. That's crazy. You were just playing Night Rain tonight. Nice. 13 years to hit 1,000. Yo, it's going to happen right now. It has to. Someone has to do it. Please, someone do it. Make HT Cage's 13-year milestone today. How to make Booyah like my baby. Balint, probably. Baby greater than or equal to me. Agreed. Baby is way better than me. You did it, Kilika. Oh my god, Kilika is the 1000th person. Kilika did make this dope version. This music, I'm assuming you're talking about the music. This Final Fantasy cover, yeah. What's your current spawning algorithm? I think I'm just hitting a max percentage of spots. I think I'm hitting a max percentage of spots. I don't even remember. I wrote this code 2 years ago. So gather spawn map. Well, let's tick through it so everyone knows what's going on here. Gather spawn map. Also, Cage, how is the new Elden Ring? It's an Elden Ring like DLC, right? Or is it its own game? I'm actually very confused by it. It just showed up one day. And I never really played Elden Ring, so I don't really know what it is. I know it's a Souls-like, but I don't know what this new Night Rain is. The one thing I saw was a blurb by some games journalist was like, if this is your first Souls-like, you're going to be confused. His name and the song seem to match. Yeah, is this the Kilika? Is this like Kilika town music? All right, so this is what currently happens. I get everything in the zone. I grab it all and I put it in a dictionary of position and whatever it is, right? And when I progress the biome, first, I get all the free spots. I then go to every object that can grow in the scene and I say, age yourself. It's been a day. Calculate your new age. So it's usually just trees. Trees grow over time to become bigger trees. And then they do different things at different stages of their life. So I'm aging everything in the game. Then I tell the game objects currently in the biome that they have progressed and to act on their behavior. So when a tree becomes a prime tree, the biggest tree it can be, there's a chance that it can spread and spawn a seedling. So this is where I tell everything in the zone to be like, hey, you have just aged. You are in your new state, maybe. Now do your thing. Calculate whatever you need to calculate. So basically right now just trees spread and rocks spread. So trees and rocks and logs, I think rocks and logs are like a debris type and they duplicate themselves. They spread themselves out and that's pretty much it. And then I cycle through everything that can spawn in this zone. So I ask the biome, the definition of the biome that has the master list of everything that can be in the zone. And I say, hey, can you give me back a list of everything that can spawn? So what it does is it just calculates whether or not the things can spawn. So like, if there's thorns in the zone, nothing can spawn. If there's if it's like fall, then crows can't spawn, like stuff like that. So every biome entity has conditions as whether or not they can spawn. So it calculates those, and it gives you back a list of everything that can spawn. What I say here is if there's no free spots, obviously skip. And if that entity can spawn today for some reason, so there's two checks of like conditions. There's the master conditions in the biome itself, which I believe are completely, I believe they're completely turned off. So entities, get spawnable entities. Yeah, there. I don't even do any checks. I just return this list. Straight up return the list. Where was I? Where's the area? Okay. So I cycle through all the entities and I say, can it spawn? And if it can, we go to the next area. We spawn it, right? We spawn it. And then we say, what is this? Get next int in range. Oh, I just get the next free spot. Index. So I get the next free spot. I remove that free spot from the list of free spots. I move the object to the free spot, and then I rotate it randomly, and that's that. It's that simple. So somewhere in here, it's saying no more. No more things can spawn, no matter what it is. And I don't know why. For some reason, I thought maybe it's in here. Maybe like can spawn. What is this? Can spawn. So an entity can spawn when? First, I do a check. Let me just do all the checks here. So required entities. First, I see if there's any required entities in the zone. Like you can't spawn a beetle without a prime pine tree, I believe. Like if there's no prime pine trees, like fully grown pine trees, the beetles won't show up, I believe. Let me check. Beetle A. No, it requires mushrooms. Okay. So if there's no mushrooms, then beetles won't show up. So mushrooms will always show up. There's a chance of spawn. There's 100% chance that a mushroom will spawn. Only 1% or 10% coverage percentage. What is coverage percentage? Percentage. Sir Salsus, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. That name is familiar. Were you here previously? Or did I see you in another chat? Also, I missed this one. It's so much fun. It's a multiplayer experience. Just Elden Ring turned into a roguelike. Oh, that's crazy. That sounds interesting. I do want to try it. I know it's not my kind of game. I get very frustrated at the Souls likes. Semi off topic. Since you work so much on this, what do you talk to offline people about when you're not here? That's a great question, Military. Nothing. I talk about this only, and that's that. No, that's not true. I mean, I like to travel. So I talk about travel. I like food. I talk about food. I've lived in a lot of cities. So if I'm talking to new people, I can usually like find something to talk about. Are you asking me about my strategy on small talk? I don't know. If I'm around other indie devs, I definitely talk about this game a lot. To a point that annoys me. Elden Ring is a co-op focus game, I see, yeah. Played Elden Ring for 8 hours, couldn't get past the first cave, I quit. Oh my god, Bolin. I think I'm like you. I think I wouldn't get far, and I don't even want to try. My money on puppies. Oh, puppies and Beck. So definitely puppies. Because nowadays I walk my dog and I talk to other people out there with their dogs at 6:30 in the morning. And it's all puppies all the time. And I try to, it's a lot of it's in Japanese. I try to talk in Japanese as much as I can. It's kind of hard. My conversation skills in Japanese is very lame. So I'm basically like a walking toddler. I don't actually talk about Beck. I never talk about Beck. I haven't listened to Beck before Thursday. Like Thursday was a concert. Before Thursday, I did not listen to Beck for like 2.5 years. Not a single song for 2.5 years. And then I saw the concert, and it was great because everything was like nostalgic and fresh at the same time. In that case, you go to another cave, but you're dead right. What you with what you're saying the other day, it takes time to play Elden Ring if you don't have any of them. Wait, it takes time to play Elden Ring, and if you don't have any, then shrug. Oh, right, if you don't have any time. Yeah, I don't have time for that either, Blint. I think Souls likes. I want to I want to say that they disrespect your time in a way that some people like, because when you beat it, you feel very accomplished. I don't like my time being that thoroughly disrespected. Also, if you have to take a break from Elden Ring, you're screwed unless you're writing everything down. Good luck remembering where you are. That sounds terrible. He practices chopsticks. Yeah, I just practice chopsticks all day. I say the same to my friends' kids. Age yourself, act on your behavior. Today's a new day. Grow, damn it. I tell any kid I see to invest in gold. Don't tell me. Wait, don't tell the Rothschild. Oh my god. Spot map. Isn't that list of free spots? No, it's like it's both. It's a dictionary of all of the locations, and then so the keys are the locations, and the values are the things in the location. So if the value is null, then it's free. If the value has something, then it's not free. While this coverage percentage looks like it should apply to all spots, free or not. Um, this right now, the coverage percentage looks like it's relative to uh, its similar objects, because I'm calculating against same count. So, and spot map. Oh, it's spot map dot count. So that's all free spots. That's all free spots. So the total amount of spots, coverage percentage can't equal more than that. So basically, it was like, I guess I was saying like, hey, if my max trees is 30, or if my max trees is like 500, don't make the trees be more than like a certain percentage of the map anyway, even if there is a hard max. I think that I did that as a backup, but I think with the new smaller max numbers, this is going to be garbage. I think this is going to be useless. Also, Aileen Rude, thank you for staying on topic and genuinely looking at this. I have all these print statements here, so I can pretty much figure out like what's going on. To do, this is really lame. Spawn frequency. I don't. Yeah, I guess I don't do that. Random value, chance of spawn. So here I just have bad RNG. Look at that. Chance of spawn. Maybe I don't want this chance of spawn. Let's just see what's going on. So this is going to tell me what is trying at this moment, and then this is gonna, and then some kind of bad value is gonna pop up. And we'll see why each thing doesn't spawn every day. I mean, I just want to see like why sometimes we hit the max number of things and beetles don't show up. Because there was a mushroom. A beetle should show up if there was a mushroom. Need more cards for my talk deck. So how about that, Beck, huh? Hey, did you hear Beck was in Japan? I thought you were only passing that function to free spots, not all. Oh, so I'm passing this function. This function is run in the entity itself, which happens like 6 times, or however many entities can spawn in that zone. That's how many times that function is passed along. Some weird music going on out there. Sometimes I don't even use random numbers. I just set some invisible object to move around like spores and spawn things like an intermittent AI. That's an interesting idea, Military. We talk about decks. Oh boy. Yo, you like decks? You guys like games with decks in them? Wardstone, can you send us your deck pics? And by that I mean screenshots of your deck building game. Have I exhausted this joke enough? Okay, so I'm clicking the button a lot. Look at that. Same count equals 99. So it's because they're both null. I broke it. I broke it. I broke it. Boom, boom, boom. I broke it. So here, when I said, if the biome entity does not equal null, I check for parent entity and this parent entity, and they're both null. Like the parent entity is null. So if this dot parent entity equals null or does not equal null, then check it. Okay. Unbroken. That was the problem. Dex, Donald Glover, probably. Sounds like Metal Gear. Even small parts of this melody are pretty easy to recognize. What is this? This is a Final Fantasy VI remastered soundtrack disc 1. Wait, oh no. This is right. This is what you're talking about. Metal Gear Solid. Right? This is the one song that throws me off every time. I know you were joking, but I'm celebrating, so I sent you a deck pic. It gets bigger. Oh my god. It's Wardstone just sent me a picture of his of the spread that represents his deck. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at all that data. What is all this information? Target, damage type, burn, scaled stat. There's 3 scaled stats. Expend hit points, expend mana. Look at all these look at all this stuff. This is making me nauseous. I never want to make a game like this. Wardstone, wish you the best of luck. Yo, Conrad, how's it going? No, I'm celebrating with you. That spreadsheet looks like you're getting stuff done in a good way. Congrats. That's all the possible outcomes from a card being played. Oh my god. What are you up to today? Today I'm figuring out how stuff spawns in my forest. And it's going okay. It's going okay. I think what I've discovered is that I just need to very carefully manage the max amount of objects that can be in a zone, and then I'll be safe. I'll be totally safe. Sounds like the theme song from Metal Gear. I always forget that there's one Metal Gear song thrown in there. Procedural generation. Kind of. Kind of. It's, it's random procedural. So, okay. So now when I progress. So these numbers they're much lower now. And look at all the, okay, I already see 2 butterflies. I think everything's here. No, everything's still growing. Everything's still going. So now I say butterfly. Look at that. Now there's 2 butterflies in the zone, and there are only allowed to be, wait, butterfly green. Where's green? Wait, what are you? You're yellow. Oh, yellow. There's allowed to be 2, and there are 2. If I say beetle, there's 2 beetles. How many beetles are there allowed to be? There's allowed to be 2. What if I say 30 beetles are allowed? Progress, 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 progress. Oh, a crow just showed up. There's a lot of beetles now. Now there's like 10, 12 beetles. Where are they all? Well, they're all around. Well, how are there so many rocks? Biome entity rock. Oh, there's 100. There's allowed to be 100 of them. No, no, no. Let's drop that back. Let's say 40. And then biome weeds. 40. And then the coverage percentage. So here's a situation where I might want to use coverage percentage. If 10% of this total area is 137 spaces, nah, we want like 0.05, I guess. Because if other areas are smaller, then I need to manage that. 0.05. So biome rocks. 0.05. Where are all these beetles? There's so many beetles in the zone, but I don't see them. Here's a couple. They're not rotating. They're all facing the same way. They're all facing up. Why? Allow rotation. Okay, so do beetles not have allow rotation? Beetle. Yeah, they allow rotation. Why are they all facing north? No, oh, weird. It was a coincidence. These are facing down. This one's facing to the right. How come when they fly away, though, they're all facing north? Oh, because they're all looking in the direction they're flying. Interesting. There's only one crow. It just deleted itself. Is crow a max of 1? Max of 1, yep. Let's say max of 3. Also, potential biome entities dropped by a lot because I dropped the number of rocks that can show up. That's right. Okay, so this feels better. I still needed to click that button a lot of times for these things to start showing up. So that's not ideal. I think this like chance of spawn, I should just get rid of this chance of spawn thing. If it can spawn, I need a different way to guarantee that it shows up at least once. Sounds like an interesting thing to dig into. It's weird. It threw me for a loop this weekend because I needed to make sure that certain things show up. Like the player needs to expect them to be there, and I want to provide the player with them being there. I don't want them to be there like 100% of the time, but I definitely want them to always be there when, I don't know, enough. They need to be there enough. So how do I make it feel good, but not be like this bountiful place? Oh my God. What is with all the fireflies? How many fireflies do I have? Whoa. Oh, there's like 100 fireflies. It's because their max in zone is 113 for some reason. They're pretty though. Let's say the max in zone is like 20. That's cool. I actually forgot that I had that system where fireflies are there at night. Does this work? I don't even know. How are you placing things using noise? No, I just have an array of 3 spots on a grid, and I'm randomly choosing one out of the array. That's it. Salmon Moose, how's it going? Maybe they're part cow. Which? The Beatles? Time to scoot. Have a nice forestry. Military. Have a good one. Just make the chances spawn like 2 times so they have more possibility to spawn than not. And that firefly looks magical. It's way too many fireflies, but they look good. They look pretty good. It's a little too magical. Because they're all facing... Is that what cows do? They all face the same way? That's news to me. All right, it's taking shape. It's taking shape because it's like kind of working. So I'm going to get rid of the chance to spawn for 1 second. So chance of spawn, it doesn't matter. I'm never going to return false. I want to see how long it takes to hit critical mass. That's the phrase I keep thinking. I keep trying to remember. Critical mass, like the max amount of things that can be there. So what is critical mass? Critical mass is when each one of these finally returns max present. Once every single one returns max present, then we're at critical mass. So the biome area, I don't actually track that. I just kind of calculate it every day. I don't have a way to like grab that number. I do get the max count here, but I don't know how many are in the zone. Maybe instead of returning false, I can return an int, and I can count up all the ints and see if they all return the same int. Or I'll just see how many total entities are in the zone. This is going to be heavy calculation, but for each key value pair, vector3 int, biome object, pair in spot map. What is a spot map? It's a biome spot. So total objects equals 0. Total objects plus equals pair dot value equals not equal null question mark 1 or 0. If it is null, if this value is null, then don't add anything. If it's not null, add something. Okay. Or does a spot always... Oh, you know what? No. What represents an empty spot? An empty spot is represented by... What? Oh, the biome objects. Oh, but the value could be null. Ah, man. I can't be clean like this, so I say if pair dot value equals does not equal null. If pair dot value dot biome entity or biome entity does not equal null, then just add one. Okay. We're in ads again? Ads start in 10 seconds. Looks like a perfect holiday local event. Yeah, it was kind of cool. Maybe I should do something with all those fireflies. They like to stand along magnetic lines. Sheep, however, prefer to stand with their face into the wind so it doesn't blow up their butts. It sounds like my old dog. My old dog hated the wind, and when the wind blew at her butt, she would like she would tuck in her tail and curl her back and like run and turn so that the wind stopped blowing up her butt. Honestly, I get it. If I was outside naked and a big gust of wind blew up my butt, I'd probably do the same thing. Wait, I did all that calculation, but I didn't like... Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Adam C. Eunice. Welcome in. How's it going? How's your stream today? Welcome in, Raiders. Chartle, welcome in. We're in ads. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Rated into ads? That's horrible. Void Plane, how's it going? You can wishlist Insignia. I know you can wishlist Insignia right now. I got my own call out. Bam. Hope you're having a good stream. Catch you soon. Adam, thank you so much for the raid. I feel like we're in ads right now. Maybe we're not. I'm going to wait a minute for the ads to end, and then I'm going to give Adam his shout out and introduce myself. I'll introduce myself after the ads, so hang in there. We'll do some introductions in a minute. Is this C#? Yes. Drama Dark Lemon, it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna introduce myself. Everyone's just gonna, if you're not in ads, I'm so sorry that I'm making you wait. But if you are in ads, you're gonna appreciate the wait. I forgot I didn't add the label. I added everything up, but I didn't add a label. One more, right? Total current objects in scene is total objects. Okay. Booyah for partner again. No. You're back from ads. Chartle, this is the most unfortunate timing for ads to be right 1 whole second before or after Adam rated in. Okay, but the ads should be over for everybody. Raiders, welcome in. Adam, thank you so much for that raid. Everyone, please, give Adam C. Eunice a follow. Give Insignia a wishlist. The link was just posted by Nightbot and by Void Playing Games. If you don't know Adam, he's a legendary indie dev here on Twitch and on YouTube. And yeah, welcome in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Andrew. I'm working on this cozy life sim Innkeeper-Sim called Alpine Lake. I'll just play the trailer. You don't need me talking about it. Let's play the trailer. It's a little like Stardew Valley. It's a little like The Sims. You live in this town in the Alpine Lake region. You build an inn. You can farm. You can see crops over there in the corner, but that's kind of secondary to building your inn. guests come and you can do activities. You can ski, you can fish. You get a dog, you can pet your dog. You can take your dog on hikes. So yeah, you can see people show up to your inn and they want stuff to do. You can light them a campfire. You can do photography. There you go. There you go. And you can wishlist it on Steam if you'd like. Booyah Grandma is Adam's mentor. No, opposite. Flip that around. Adam's my mentor and idol. Adam is like a boy band to me. He's like an idol band. I got them because I came here from Adam, I think. I mean, the ads were just going. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. Welcome in, everybody. You can wishlist Alpine Lake as well. Feel free. He's got the hair for it. Yeah, he does. And the voice. And the voice. Because he can literally do any voice. Oh no, there's not enough space for that preview message. So what I'm working on today is I got a forest in the game and stuff spawns in the forest. And I'm trying to figure out the best, safest way to spawn forageables, stuff, animals, debris, trees, resources, all this stuff. I'm trying to figure out the best way to spawn everything so that everything that can spawn does spawn, and everything that wants to spawn has a place to spawn. And it's completely random, and I just want to make sure that the randomness is safe. Like, I want the randomness and the chaos to be safe. And that's what I'm working on today. It's not multiplayer. It is not. I don't have the bandwidth to make a life sim game multiplayer. It's just me working on this. I've been working on it for 5 years now. I'll start saying 5 years. It'll be 5 years next month, but I'll start saying it now because I'm not afraid of that number. I don't need to be ashamed of 5 years. I only get to work on the game for a couple hours a day nowadays. It's been what? It's been 2 hours. I get this 2 hours on stream. I work on the game. That's pretty much it. Stardew Valley was developed in more than 5 years. Yeah, but Stardew Valley, he started making his game when he was like in college. I started making this game when I was like a full ass adult with skills. Although he developed pretty good skills throughout his career. So it looks like potential biome entries is now 245. I don't understand why that number changed. It was 300 a second ago. That's a constant number. Total current objects in the scene is 246. How do I have more than the... How do I have more? Is it because like these logs and things spawn beyond their potential? It just keeps growing. What's spawning every day? What is spawning every day? Well, anyway, so what I'm working on right now is making sure that this number doesn't get out of control. Like I have 1,300 total spaces, free spaces that things can spawn. And right now I've clicked this, every time I click this progress button up here, that's one day. That's one in-game day. So what I'm trying to make sure is that I don't run out of space and it doesn't get unruly. Right now it's a little unruly. Like I have so many logs here. Maybe it's because biome entity log. Maybe this number is really high. Yeah, this number is set to 100. So if I set it back to 40 and coverage percentage is 0.05, that seems to make more sense. If you don't know who I am, it's because I'm a nobody. I'm just here for Alpine Lake and new animals with googly eyes. Void playing games. I finished all the animals. I finished as many. Well, I finished 40 animals. For 2.5 weeks, I was strictly making animals, and I finished making animals last Wednesday. I made the final animal, and I'm just like, I'm done making animals. I've got 40 animals in the game. That's a good number. I'm gonna move on. You want to see them all? Uh, so I have a VOD actually. I'm gonna bring up the VOD where I run around all the animals. That's what I'll do. Content, video producer, still making animals. Go to VOD page. Chill. Here. So here's all of the animals in the zone. Right. That's cheesecake on sushi. That's me doing Duolingo. Where are the animals? Where were they? I deleted them. Okay, here it is. So this is every animal in the game just like jam packed into one of the zones for no good reason. So you can see there's butterflies, there's a deer, there's bears, spiders, snakes, ducks, swans, frogs, salamanders, bats, turtles. There's dragonflies. There's moths. There's this fox. I actually got rid of the fox. No more fox. Maybe I'll make the fox later. There's bees. There's beetles. There's crows. There's eagles. I don't see any eagles though. Where are the eagles? Snails. There's snails. Is that it? There's beavers. I don't see any beavers. They must have all ran away. Yeah, there's a lot of animals. So that not all of them are it's not 40 different unique animals. Like there's 6 kinds of butterflies, there's 4 kinds of moths, there's 3 kinds of snakes. So I am adding all the variants. The salamanders are cool. Salamanders are fun. BG, how's it going? The frame rate still seems solid. Yeah, I had like 500 meshes that were all skeletal meshes. Oh no, that's unreal. 500 skinned meshes with animation, and multiple bone chains, skinned to these like I can't believe that it ran either. I even said that in that VOD. I was like, I can't believe I'm getting 60 frames per second. Also, Kritash, how's it going? Oh my god, Dev Spatches. Dev Spatches, how's it going? How are you? Welcome in, Raiders. Hang tight. Hang tight. I got this. Spatches. I got this fancy shout out for you. Mosen, Robin, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Spagis, how was your stream today? Alpine Lake's going good. I was just showing people for the past couple of weeks I was working on animals, and I finished 40 kinds of animals, or 40 different animals and variations of animals in the past 2 weeks, and I'm done with animals. I'm moving on to something else. Today I'm working on how my forest spawns. Yeah, of course. Everyone, shout out to Dev Spagis. Make sure to check out his stream, and check out his game on Steam, Stardew. You can buy it. It's in early access. It's very popular. Look at that. 1,200 very positive rating. It's very, very good, very popular game. Very real. That's a very real indie dev right there. A real life indie dev with a success. So don't hang out here. Go check out Dev's Badges. Yeah. Nah, hang on. No. A few minutes later, after multiple raids, 1,500. No. The most viewers I ever had was when Adam C. Eunice raided after something ridiculous. That was pretty nuts for a while. That was a crazy day. But But yeah, how was your stream today, Spagus? What'd you get up to? Raiders, welcome in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Andrew. I'm working on this cozy game called Alpine Lake. Right now, I'm trying to figure out, and finalize how my forest spawns stuff, and how it spawns foliage and debris and animals. So right now, I entered this zone for the very first time. I took out that random chance of spawn, and everything was here. There was a beetle that just flew away. There's a crow. There's a butterfly. I'm sure there's a mushroom. Yeah, here's a mushroom. Everything spawned right away. There's, oh, interesting. There's 2 sweet herbs. I don't know why there's 2 sweet herbs. That seems weird. That's a weird one. There should only be 1. Okay. And then if I progress every day, progress. I've hit some kind of critical mass already, and wait, look at that. 220, 221, and then it went back to 218. Stuff deleted itself. Wait, what deleted itself? Let me get a higher view up here. So here's the whole zone, right? Here's the whole zone. I'm going to move that down here. If I progress, what is flicking away? Wait, let's put this up here. I can't see. And this down here. That's annoying. Let me turn off the UI. So what the hell is spawning? And why can't I see it happen? If I click this button, it's 219, but I can't see what's appearing. And then stuff is deleting. But nothing's happening. Very strange. This is very strange. Whoa, there's so many fireflies. There's so many fireflies. I want to see what happens again at night. So when I skip to night, all the fireflies should come out. I need to figure out how to make them come out elegantly. And I don't know when they come out. Is that at 6? Maybe. Oh, wait. I can tell right here. It's at 7. They come out at 7. 1 more minute. Oh, that's nice. They come out gently. Okay, they do come out nice and gently. I thought they would pop out, but there's still so many. There's too many fireflies. Firefly. It was good. Fixed a few bugs. Made a new build. Typical Monday. That sounds nice. Spagus, you're too kind. May I ask what engine you're developing, and your game looks great. So yeah, Unity. I know Spagus is in Unity, but I also know that it's like a, didn't you write your own render engine or something? Like, aren't you using Unity in a different way? Like more like a shell than like all of its features. If you're still around. So yeah, how many fireflies are supposed to spawn? 20. There's way more than 20 here. There's so many. Why are there so many? If I say firefly, animal firefly, how many are here? It won't tell me. 1, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's definitely more than 20, so what's going on here? What's going on here? I'm not using game objects much. Yeah, that's bizarre to me. Like, what do you... What? If you're not using game objects, what are you using? You just wrote your own thing, right? No ECS or dots either, except for jobs. I'm not using any of that new stuff. That stuff is new and confusing to me. I can't do it. But I don't do a lot of like heavy data crunching or massive amounts of object manipulation. So I don't think I need that kind of stuff. I wish I did know how to use it though. I feel like it would make me a better dev. If anyone's interested, I have a YouTube video with Unity project walkthrough. I'm definitely interested actually. I'm gonna save that for later. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Today I think I got like 6 raids. That's everyone who's raided in. Thank you so much. If you've stuck around and you're new here, also thank you, and feel free to like ask any questions. I'm Zampy. Thank you for the follow. I don't consider myself like a great programmer. I'm okay, but you know my strengths are definitely in like 3D asset creation and implementation, stuff like that. So if anyone has any questions on that stuff, feel free. So I can't, yeah, I don't know what's going on. So now the next issue is fireflies. For some reason, fireflies specifically didn't respect this max in zone. What if I drop this back to like 0.05? So 0.05 should be a max of 50. So that's actually still way more than this max of 20. Maybe I did something weird where fireflies are already in the scene and they spawn also? That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I definitely got very distracted by all the raids. There was chat that I missed. There was chat that I missed. Void Plane said, "Oh right, we were talking about animals. I was showing off the animals. The last one I saw was the duck. Right. So I did a lot after that. I did a lot after that. So you saw them all in that VOD. Because when you don't know what you're doing, you're just starting working with teams of programmers. Adhering to rules instead of deciding randomly how to do stuff is making your code readable to others. Wait, what? Why is it important to know solid principles? I hate them. Oh, that's. I feel like that should make a lot of sense. It's important to know solid principles. Also, com.b, are you planning to switch from Visual Studio for Mac to something else now that it's discontinued, like JetBrains? No, I will stick with Visual Studio because it works for me. This is totally fine. If I don't know if I'll ever run into issues. Like I don't run into issues, so I don't never need to upgrade, right? It's totally fine. These 2 foxes need to be separated just in case you use it on screenshot in Steam. No, the foxes they're out. I'm not using foxes, and if I ever revisit animals, I do want to make an owl, and I do want to finish the fox, but I'm like so done making animals. There was an animal that jumps back and hides that. Oh, the pika. Right, the pika. It's still in there. Yeah. That was one of my favorites. I just forgot it. So I have a little pika, which is it's a rodent, and it lives in rock. And here, I'll just throw one in the scene. Animal pika. I'll throw a couple. So yeah, when you get close to them, they pop out of their little holes, but when you get close to them, they jump into their little hole. And the whole point of this is there's a mini game, camera tool. There's a mini game where you have to photograph things. So I have this camera taking photos. So you have like a field of view, and you press down to focus. And when you let go, it takes the photo. Now, I don't have the logic in the game yet for the collider disappearing when the pika disappears. So I got the photo, but the idea is that you need to somehow get its photo before it disappears. So this one's pretty impossible. Like, I think he'll always hide, and I need to figure out how to upgrade your camera skills. Like maybe taking the photo is faster. Maybe the cone goes farther. Maybe you can take photos farther away. I gotta like figure out the upgrades to the camera. I think the more photos you take, you level up your photography skill, and then as you level up your photography skill, aspects of photography get easier. Or I might have like different cameras. I'm not sure yet. I still have to think about that. Got to run. Have a great stream. Spadges, thank you so much for the raid. Before I go, solid is crap. Wait, is solid a thing? SOLID? Is that? Are we not just referring to having good skills? Do you have capybaras? Every game needs a capybara. Capybaras are very popular nowadays, aren't they? I am. I don't like. Listen, I'm like a pretentious hipster when it comes to trends, and I don't totally like doing that kind of like every game has capybaras in it. Every like cozy cute game has like a capybara in a hot spring with a thing on its head and it's making a squinty eye face and it's adorable. It's like that's great. I think it's cute. I can't in good faith do that. I just can't jump on that. So I won't. And I to such an extent that I am only adding like such basic stuff. The pika's unique and weird. I've never seen a pika in a game, so I was like, okay, that's cool. I'll put the pika in the game. But everything else is just like frog, duck, swan, bee. It's pretty generic. I have a hard time like adding those like it's like the cute animals that are in the zeitgeist of what's in right now. For a while, remember everyone loved hippos for a second? Remember when hippos were the coolest thing and 40 people made games about hippos? I'm sure some people are still making games about hippos, even though hippos aren't popular anymore. This is a trendy animal for like a minute. I don't like solid. I'm so functional pile though. So functional pill though. Wait, what does that mean? Exo, I'm not a programmer. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Also, Ayasanha, thank you for the follow. I'm totally butchered your name. I don't know how to pronounce that, but Asana. Asana. Is that like a yoga thing? Welcome in. I really like that distance upgrade idea. Yeah, I think the camera stuff's going to be fun once I dig into it. It's a set of design guidelines for object-oriented programming. Or object-oriented software. I see. I see. Amazing game. If you're talking to me, thank you. If you're just saying in general, game dev stuff is amazing. I also agree. Game dev stuff is amazing. Just like lasagna. Lasagna is also amazing. My dog is waking up right now. We all know what that means. But yeah, today I was working on like how the forest spawns. So if I click this progress button, we can see stuff popping in and out. And I'm just making sure everything's safe and spawnable, and I think everything's coming together. I just really need to manage each object. It's not like difficult right now. I was trying to add this level of difficulty where you have to influence the biome in some way to make stuff spawn. So like I don't know, maybe you have to like plant a certain kind of tree in a certain zone to make a certain animal show up. Like but then I felt weird. You don't plant trees in a national forest. Like this is a national forest. It's like protected land. You're not supposed to plant trees. You're not supposed to chop them down. I'm such like a realist that I struggle with these ideas. Also, why are there still 10,000 fireflies? Why are there still 10,000 fireflies? That's what I was doing. I wanted to test the fireflies. I don't know why there's so many of them. When I say I'm functional pilled. I'm referring to the fact that I love the functional programming paradigm. People talk about that. People have been saying like functional programming instead of object-oriented programming, and I don't understand. I guess I get like if everything's like if you're not worrying about objects and you're worrying about if you're just like focusing on functions and I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't know how to program if it's not object oriented. Like objects seem so logical to me that I just don't get it. Wait, also this is the 5th day. That means this scene is doing 5 iterations before I even enter it. I don't think that's a good testing zone. And why does the number, why does this biome entities, the potential entities change? This should be such a solid number. This should never change. All right, fireflies. There's 1 firefly in the zone. If I click this button once, there's 2, 3, 4. Every time I click, there's a new firefly. Every time I click, there is a new firefly. It should hit its max at 20, but it keeps going forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Oh my god, why are there so every time I click there's a new firefly? So what is it about fireflies specifically that is doesn't know how to chill? Firefly. Animal firefly. Biome insect. It's a firefly. Yeah. It has a max of 20. Giggle 2 bits, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I'm a 3D artist, and from what I can see, this looks, I can tell, wait, I can tell, for what I can tell, looks amazing. Stop it. Prefab option. Yes, this is the prefab option. Chance of spawn, doesn't matter. It's 100%. Coverage, 0.05, and max in zone is 20. What's going on here? Nato Maton, welcome in. You would not believe your eyes if 10 million... Is that a song? The reason I like functional programming is that it is much easier to reason about how your code behaves, at least when it's pure functions and or strongly typed. That I guess I can see. Like when it's functional, that you can probably make a tree that's way clearer. Whereas if it's object oriented, then these things live in the ether and you need to like manage them instead of just running functions, which I guess that makes sense. It's just, I wouldn't know how to make complex things without objects. I just wouldn't know. Okay, so clearly the animal firefly doesn't know what it is. All right, I need to take a 2-minute break because my dog just woke up and he's a puppy and he's going to pee all over the place if I don't bring him to the pee pad right now. So hang tight. I'll be right back. I'm going to run these ads now just so when they don't run in the next few minutes. And then, yeah, I'll be back in 2 seconds. All right, I know ads are not over yet, but I'm back. I'm like tired. I'm like tired from picking him up 3 times. All right, welcome back, everybody. Dog has successfully peed on the pad. I'm pretty sure, though, he's back there pooing on the floor. But I can't really wait for him to poop. Takes forever. Yes, the reason is because there aren't side effects of mutable shared state everywhere. Or side effects or mutable shared state everywhere. I guess I could see how that would. I guess I don't even know how to put it into practice to make it work for myself. I'm just not good enough as a programmer. New here. Hi. Incredible to me that you live stream your development. That's awesome. I'm not the only one. There's plenty of us. And everyone does a really good job. I do okay. I think the only reason why I'm able to do it is because I don't know, because I've been doing it for so long now that it's just fine. I think if you do anything for long enough, it just becomes fine. It's hard to put into practice in a language like C#. There we go. I only know a few languages. I know C#, I know Python. I used to know Objective-C. I don't know it anymore because I haven't touched it in like 12 years. Oh no, now the dog is crying. Come here. It's time to cry. It's time to cry because we want attention. This is Moo. This is the emote that you were just using. Thank you, Moo. Oh, he's getting so big. You can kind of do some elements, but some elements of it, but it's not satisfying or necessarily worth it. Yeah, I mean, what do you just make a? I mean, especially in Unity, everything's so object oriented in Unity itself. It feels weird to not do it. Moo does not say hi back. He is a puppy, but I think in spirit, he's saying hi back by biting me. They're object they're object oriented. Pilled? I never heard that phrase pilled before. Is that new? Is that a new phrase I need to learn? All right, so where did I leave off? I left off with the fireflies being very confused. They don't know that. I don't think they know that they're fireflies. That's the problem. Is it because there's something in here that is not a firefly? This is a photo. It doesn't have an animal script. Does that matter? Let me go to revert. Let me leave the animal script on. I'll say it doesn't do anything. And if it doesn't do anything, maybe it won't complain. Animal firefly. It's so weird. Save changes. This is the only object that does this too. The beetles are also insects. They don't do this. They respect the max. What's the difference between a beetle and a firefly? Beetle? Okay. I say that you're allowed to have 30 beetles in the zone. That is already too much. So let's drop that back to 20. Or 10. Let's say 10. And oh, I don't trust you. Oh, I don't trust this dog. He's circling around like he's gonna poop on the rug. I don't trust this dog. And if I go to fireflies, the only difference. Oh, wait. Oh, entity tags. It has no tags. What does a beetle have? Or beetle just has a required. Oh, it has no tags too. It just has a required entity of a white mushroom. Display name beetle. Display name firefly. That's the only difference. Okay, so also crows work, and crows require beetles. Mushrooms work. What's a mushroom? Mushroom. Mushroom is the same. It has no requirements. So the difference between a mushroom and a beetle is, I mean, no, a mushroom and a firefly. Where'd it go? Mushroom? Where's firefly? Where'd it go? Animal? Firefly. Not much. What if I view these properties here? So here's firefly. And here's a mushroom. What's the difference? They're both active. They both have a name. They both don't have a parent. They both have their own prefab option. Date conditions, interesting. This one doesn't have a date condition. This one doesn't have a date condition. Chance of spawn is irrelevant. Max in zone and allow That's totally fine and fair. What's going on here? Is it the collider is in a weird spot? That this maybe the spot map can't find it. So animal firefly. Where is this collider? This box collider? Show gizmos. The box collider is at the origin. It's at the origin. If I bring in a mushroom, animal beetle. If I bring in the beetle and I move the beetle over. Same, box collider at the origin. Animal beetle. The only difference is, oh, they're hidden. Oh my God, they're hidden. Right? Is that the problem? No, visuals root. Yes, that's the problem. It's because during the day they are hidden because they're not supposed to be visible. So it's not finding them, so it's spawning them infinitely. All right, we figured out the bug. Now that I figured out the bug, Bayes Loth, how's it going? I only saw beetles spawning when you said firefly. Because the fireflies were invisible. They only came out at night, but I saw them in the scene. They were just hidden. So that's the problem. All right, I know what's happening. I have to figure out the logic to fix it, but that's okay. I can do that next time. Godlike 1688, Cicero. What? Welcome in. What? Love the insane phrases that come out of one's mouth during game dev. I do too. There's usually a lot of like talk of children and destroying children. That's usually the most ridiculous game dev banter. But so my dog is going nuts right now. He's a tiny puppy. I need to take him on a walk. That's going to take an hour. I'm going to find someone to raid. I have to find someone to raid. Seriously, thanks everyone for hanging out with me. I think everything is good. It's funny. I have a harder time understanding this process off stream now. Like I'm so much more distracted off stream that when I'm on stream and like talking to you all and just saying things out loud in general, it makes me work better, which seems dangerous. If I work better on stream than off stream, I don't know if that's because I actually don't work off stream anymore and I'm just not used to it, or because I have a problem. I hope I'm just not used to it. And I don't have a problem. Sorrow, EXO. Sorry, you're up late. Just talk to a rubber duck and pretend it's chat. Yeah, I've tried that before. I mean, I used to do that before I ever streamed. I used to talk to myself while I worked just to talk through it and go slow and hear myself speak and like work things out. I used to rubber duck. I guess I don't do it anymore because when I'm not streaming, I don't want to talk anymore. Save it all for stream. All right, dog, stop crying. I'm coming. I'm coming. So where should we go today? Where should we go today? I don't see many people on. Oh, he calmed down. That's good. Unity 2D pixel art game. That sounds nice. Let's do some credits. Let's do some credits. A lot happened today. Of course, I have to log in. There we go. All right, y'all. Hope y'all had a good weekend. Giggle, lasagna. Oh, lasagna. You were that's why you said lasagna. Vampy, Mozen, Flippo, Puck, Tacido. Thank you for the follows. Finn, thank you for the resub. 13 months. Damn. Also, Adam, Spagus, Yag, Cage, and Aria. Thank you for those raids. So appreciated. If you haven't had a chance, please maybe carve 3 seconds out of your day. Give Alpine Lake a wish list. Maybe. No big deal. I'm still trying to figure out who we're going to raid. Let's see. Let's go to... How do you... I have to copy and paste this name. There's too many letters next to each other that I can't comprehend. Robin, thank you so much. Thank you for the wish list and welcome in first time chat. All right. We're going to raid RJ. RJ L. Jones. Okay, it makes sense now. I can see it. Have a great week, everybody. I'm here every day, so I'll be here. Actually, no, Friday. I think I'm going away for my birthday on Friday, so I won't be streaming Friday. But I'll be here Monday through Thursday. Usually, I do every weekday around the same time. So feel free to come back. And everyone have a great whatever, Monday to Sunday, wherever you're at. Have a good one. Take care of yourself, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace out.